All right, welcome back to Weeb Wednesday, episode 6? 6?
Oh, I forgot we were recording, yeah.
Yeah, episode 6. So, yeah, we have finally decided what difficulty we wanted to play on and fought something.
Decided it was easy.
Yeah, it was pretty
Casual.
easy.
We're going to play a casual.
No, we're not on casual, but it was pretty casual.
No, we're on casual.
Anyway, you
Don't lie to yourself.
You want the reporter?
In other news, a new body was found this morning. The victim was recognized as Yoshimiru Takahiro.
Yoshimura Takahiro.
Yeah, that name.
The police has not given statements on the matter, but the evidence seems to point that it has the work of the killer, popularly known as Red. Beware. The following images may be disturbing.
Said the TV commentator, talking about the most shocking news at the moment.
Just a few months after the murder of the teacher, Al Momiji learned about the personality nicknamed Red. It became something viral.
It's kind of hard to tell if it's her talking or if it's the...
I don't know.
Okay, so it is the guy.
You could link him to crimes as old as 6 years ago, but it was not until then that it began to become popular, since that is the only time it left a message.
Can we talk about this TV real quick? How many people do you think playing this game have never seen a TV like this?
Almost all of them.
That's an old fucking TV, man.
From like the 80s.
In the coming years, Red's murders have increased in both number and violence. A family of 5 was killed in their house. A family member discovered the crime after noticing it. Had been a long time without hearing a word from them.
He's just fucking reading off the cards and someone forgot to switch the card.
According to investigations, is believed that investigations, is believed that the crime was carried out a week ago. The main suspect is Red. A body was found a day today. A body was found today near the station Asana. The victim has not been identified, but is believed to be a 27-year-old man. This is the 3rd time this month a crime is attributed to Red.
Rip.
Today, we regret having to inform you that the chief of police, Haru Akihiko,
That's good.
was found lifeless in his apartment.
It's like an American news anchor. He's like,
What does that say?
Haru.
Red made no distinctions. Men, women, elderly, children, poor, rich, good, and bad. They were all victims in the eyes of the murderer. In all his crimes, sharp or blunt weapons were used. Not once was there use of firearms noticed. In a crime, Red used a metal baseball bat. In another, a Japanese sword. But in most only used knives and needles. Crackhead.
Just fucking inject him with shit.
Perhaps what motivated him to use different weapons was a plan. Or perhaps just felt a desire to use them. Those are the most common theories that are heard, but do they know? No one has any idea of what is behind the mask. Another feature that frightened people is that in some cases there were traces of torture, as was the case of the teacher, with his hands nailed to the floor by long needles.
I just imagine, like, she grabs him and just fucking injects some shit into him, and she's like, "Oh, you gonna feel so good before you die."
Red knows no mercy. Doesn't know how to show it. Yet there is something distinctive that became his signature.
his?
All the victims were found destroyed by excessive blood pressure.
They don't know what Red looks like.
Oh,
They've never actually seen Red.
there's blood on it. It looks like
Yeah.
a woman.
The blood looks like a woman?
Yeah, it looks like a woman too. There's eyes, nose, mouth, hair.
Oh shit, I see that. Like, eyes, nose, mouth, this is the hair.
Yeah,
Then here's her hand. Oh, that's crazy. Wow,
that's trippy.
that's kind of trippy. Moving on.
Inside, everything was broken and torn, almost like a pulp, while outside the bodies were twisted and bathed in their own blood, pouring from all their holes and wounds. It is an image from another world, not of our own.
Aliens.
It's been confirmed that aliens have entered this land. This is Ted Cruz signing off.
Oh my god.
How he did it was a mystery to ordinary people, but it had become the unmistakable mark that has been the work of Red.
It's the only reason that you can call Red a serial killer. Like,
Red-
the kills are non-discriminate, except that she uses blood pressure to finish him off, according to what they think.
Blow out their brains, yo.
Images of crime were on TV frequently. Photos of areas cordoned off by police, bodies stained with blood, the tape of Do Not Cross revealing that a crime had occurred. It was difficult to feel secure living in Momiji before, but now it was terrifying. I think this might be the dude on the TV, but who knows? Yeah, I think this is supposed to be you. It was really weird for him to say those words.
The only relief for the residents is that I lost my voice and had it narrated by the other guy. The only relief for the residents is that among so many people, it was unlikely for you to meet with Red throughout all your life. Rep God. Statistics estimated 1 to 100,000 or less. But even so, someone had to be that one. Fucking dick.
God damn it. How'd you fuck it up for everyone?
And anyway, Red has produced horror, hatred, and above all fear in Momiji. It became an infamous celebrity.
In any way?
In any way.
Okay.
Yes. See?
Yeah, saying yeah. In any way.
In any way.
In any way.
Yes. Indeed.
Hashtag in any way in the comments.
Hashtag in any way.
Time passes. The days continued as usual. Boring, nothing memorable on them. A permanent gray filter covers the world. It looks so tasteless, does not seem to have a single interesting thing in it. People, things, feelings, all of them are so distant. About 4 years have passed, and in all that time, I have not made a single friend. I walk alone every day. I stand alone! Sometimes hearing people murmuring, but I never give it importance. I do not approach them, and they do not approach me. It was some kind of imaginary pact between us. My hair has grown long again, with a beautiful red color in the tips, something unusual but elegant. It is not an accident. There is a reason for it that others will not understand. Also, I got a new uniform after entering high school. Those two things seem to be the only changes in my life. So is this going to be like following her entire life? That's kind of crazy.
Who knows, man?
The rest is as gray as photography, immune to time. During classes, more than paying attention. Let me try this again. During classes, more than paying attention, I spend time looking at the nothingness. My eyes are attracted by any small signal. A colleague speaking, someone across the hall. I have ADD. Whatever occurs outside of the window, or anything else can distract my mind momentarily. At the start of the semester, I used to read the textbooks, but it did not take more than a few weeks to finish them. It's terribly boring, but going to school is an obligation. I have to keep a good image of my family, even if it is unnecessary. Easily, I could learn all of this at home, and much more effectively. It is a waste, but that's what happens when you are born into culture where education is viewed with such high regard. Or perhaps I should say, the schools. Despite paying a minimum of attention, Despite paying a minimum amount of attention, my grades are the highest. In the class? In the world? Okay. It is very
highest.
easy. Just the highest. They're up there somewhere.
Somewhere in the cloud. Nobody understands it.
Nobody understands a cloud. I just imagine like the grades get posted to the school's cloud, so the students have to try and access the cloud to see their grades.
It's great.
It is very easy to understand the difficult subjects, but I think it is somewhat unfair to say it since I'm not like them. I managed to avoid entering a school club with the excuse that I have to help my grandmother at home. It's not like there are many people anxious to recruit me, but at least I had a reason. Nobody then returned to bother me. Like any other day, I walked back to the subway station, carrying my school bag in both hands. My sight is low, paying much... Take two. My sight is low, paying more attention to the ground than around me. What does it matter? They're both the same. Boring. Then suddenly I see a point of snow on the ground. It had started to snow. I ignore it and keep walking. It is winter, so it is normal and boring. Snowflakes fall gently, piling on the ground. Boringly. It is something that most people would call beautiful. I call it boring. I walk a couple more steps and stop without reason and look up at the blue, boring sky covered by boring clouds. The falling snow is so ordinary. Just cannot understand what is so special about it. However, the idea that there is something more I cannot reach doesn't leave my mind. In truth, I'm broken. There is a piece missing inside me. It's pretty boring. Perhaps if one day I find it, I will also be able to see the beauty in something so mundane. I shake my head, and without wasting more time, I resume walking. My boring walk. In silence, I board the train, watching people come and go, without any of them having any effect on my life. This chick is fucking straight up depressed. Like, goddamn. When I arrive at home, it is already dusk, and there's little daylight left. I am home, I announced with respect and a cold voice the moment I opened the door. Wait, what? Oh, let me fix the sentence. I announced with respect. Wait, no, that still doesn't make sense. Immediately, a servant appears to take my stuff. I tried Reddit. She asked me if I want something, which I respond negatively, shaking my head. With reverence, she withdraws, and soon I forget about her. The rest of the day was quiet, repeating itself like any other. Oh, we don't see Grandma today? When it is bedtime, I turn off the light and wait for a new day to begin, having no expectations.
Same.
In the dark, I watch the ceiling of my room while I try to sleep. Not being able to sleep is really a nuisance. It's pretty boring. Hello, darkness, my old friend. But I got... Whoa. Okay. We gon' have to...
ain't got nothing else to do today, boo-boo.
We gonna have to talk about this line. But shouldn't be there. And I got nothing is not... That doesn't make sense.
I know, I forgot the I ain't got nothing.
Here's how you write this. I have nothing else to do today.
But I ain't got nothing else to do today.
I ain't got nothing to do. Don't got nothing to not do.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother. I often wonder, what do others think while in bed? About what they did during the day? What they didn't do? No, they think about every mistake they've made in the past. What would they like to do in the next? No, like literally they're like, oh man, I remember that one time someone said, enjoy your meal when they brought me food, and I said you too. Like, I can't believe I did that. Those are the types of things people think about.
I love... Okay, one time I was like, hey, how are you? And they're like, oh, I'm good, how are you? And I say, oh, I'm good, how are you?
Oh, I actually did that. I remember one of my coworkers, we were passing by, and she says, hey, Mark, how's it going? And I said, it's good, how are you? She's like, I'm good. And I'm like, or no, it was, she asked me how I was doing, so I'm like, I'm good, how are you? She's like,
I can't even think of how I fucked it up. Basically, how it went is she asked me how I was, and then I asked her how she was after she had already told me she was good. And then I just walked away, and 2 seconds later went, oh, shit. Anyway, story time over.
I guess one of them. I, on the other hand, have nothing to think about. The past day was mundane and boring, and the next will be exactly the same.
I'm a little rusty on English. Do you still put commas before and?
Not always.
I don't think you do.
You don't have to.
Okay.
The routine has me consumed and bored. I long for a change, but even that desire is boring. I sigh and close my eyes, trying to put my mind blank. I sigh and close my eyes, trying to make my mind blank. All that remains is for me to wait. Dude, like all these fucking low-key metal drops.
Yep.
In the end, it's only a matter of time before realizing night ends.
Oh, those are 2 sentences.
Before realizing night ends.
So there should be a comma there. That's why that was confusing.
Okay.
In the end, it's only a matter of time before realizing night ends.
Before realizing night ends.
Where the fuck I am.
Where the fuck
All right, well, I think that'll do it for this time.
And they're gonna be asking where the fuck they are.
Where the fuck I am. So that was interesting. Nothing happened.
Yeah, it was just
There was a news report. That was cool.
boring and
It was boring. If anyone's still watching this, because like there's so much space between the action that I feel like I'm gonna have to start doing longer episodes. Because it's like there's so much narrative in between, and I like it, but I don't know how much everyone else is gonna like it.
they're like
Because they have to wait a week for it. We record like 4 episodes at a time. Anyway, check out Wolfpack. He's gonna have a Weeb Wednesday up. Come back next Wednesday for Weeb Wednesday to both of our channels. And yeah, let us know if you enjoy it. If people actually are consistently watching this and you guys don't like it, I have other Weeb games I can play. So just let us know.
Yeet meat mesquite.
I agree.